Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a tier 8 game in my Kagero. Going over the matchmaking. Looky there. No radar. Yeah, pretty much everything is a speed bump to me. So, I know this ship, I've received about 4 different requests for Kagero games, so I'm going to double down and give you one of the games that I was playing trying to bait out a CV game. They sure were hiding tonight. So, um, basically, here's this would actually be game number 1 that I played. Um, and I basically played until I pretty much I think the last game before I had to do some testing for the game with my clan. Um, yeah, it took me right up to the final time slot I had for a game. So, gonna just showcase some more Kagero gameplay because, like I said, this has been the number 1 request. And a little over a week, people have really been having a hard time with the boat. I realize there's no CV here. I'm just gonna do my best and kind of give you some more general gameplay tips with a boat that, quite frankly, always has a solid place in my heart. I'm watching RPF right here. I'm seeing it shift here. I know that's telling me there's a DD going mid, and I'm basically weighing: do I hit torpedo reload and dump torps this way, or can I wait? And I decide to wait because I do have a Cleveland over here with radar, and I want to also, I basically pushed up this way to torp this area in ACAP. So I'm trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. And this is one of those plays that I talk about when I don't always go to cap right out of the gate. I know a lot of DDs do. This Fusion, he gets radared by the Cleveland. He's, got torpedoes all behind him. So, that's that position that I took right there. I basically blocked off, this back channel. So this Fusion is basically forced up into my team. He's getting farmed. It's only now he can start trying to get safe. And then second set of torpedoes up in the corner where I've got a Dallas, and most DDs like to try to hide behind this island like our Egle is doing to cap. DDs need to be aware of, this position that I'm doing because it's absolutely punishing. And you're going to see it right here. I'm right on the money with that poor Benson. Boom. And then I'm just going to push back over here to decap and, start making my presence felt. Like I said in the other video, you'll notice my AA is turned off. That's because the new AA range is well under your actual air spotting range. So there's no sense in actually turning it off. So unless you are doing it for consistency's sake, it's less for you to do. And honestly, you'll probably see me toggle it on and off, just muscle memory at this point with thousands and thousands of DD games played. Pushing up here, I'm basically hunting over bait right now with this Alba he's in terrible position. He's got a New Mexico, a Richelieu. Excuse you, sir. Do you want to do this video with me? Come on. Let's do this video. Come on. Yeah? Wah. Hi, buddy. Here you go. So, right now, I don't want to... I want to see if this guy's actually going to push up or not. And it's looking like he's not, so... You know... Sometimes you, have to bring the party to them. So, he's otherwise focused on, other ships. And I'm just backing on up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You tell him. Say, torp that fat boat. Yeah. He likes it when I kill fat boats. And, unfortunately, something that I thought I was going to be able to farm a bit of damage out of, he gets nuked, and I basically am able to gun him down. Have no fear, torpedo reload is here. I see a New Mexico. Now, torpedo reload in the new CV meta is, let's just say it's a tad risky. The only time I would recommend it is if you can play spot on with your positioning, because your AA is not going to protect you. CVs are going to be able to strike you at will. That's just part of, you know, the Kagero lifestyle. Basically, I'm just rushing this New Mexico right now, because why not? He's isolated. That torpedo hit that you saw a minute ago, I think, was on the Eugen. Just left over from the failed attempt to torp that battleship. I'm going to send one at the New Mexico, see what he does. I'm kind of anticipating he's going to slam on the brakes or something, and that's what he's doing. I'm not going to shoot because I don't want to be continuously spotted by the Eugen. So, you know, that just worked out really nicely. Traded a little bit of HP, but the enemy team's folding fast. And when you have these fast folding teams, torpedo reload is an amazing way to get yourself to your average damage, or let you have a good game, because you don't need to have, you know, that... Easy. You see another fat boat? Yeah, you're my fat boat detector, aren't you? You don't need to rely as much on every single torpedo volley. Having the torpedo reload consumable, you'll get more volleys than any other type of destroyer out there. So, you know, that's one of the perks of running torpedo reload as opposed to smoke. With smoke, expect to use your guns a hell of a lot more than you otherwise would at this stage of the game. If most games you should be averaging, you know, between 80 and call it 120 hits with your main battery. And it's that level of gun usage that I kind of deem as, you know, the average level that I would consider for running smoke on this DD. And the thing is about Kagero is it's actually amazingly well set up for dealing with you know, the current gun bloom situation. Your guns max range without AFT, upgraded range module, 9.4 kilometers. I know that there's some sneaky Japanese DD players out there that will run her with the stock gun control module like I do on my US DDs, and they'll do it because you'll be able to disengage almost a kilometer sooner, and that leaves you with some guns that are very high alpha. But as soon as, you know, you exit, you know, what I consider a very workable range for your guns, I mean, you look at how accurate I am out here. You know, that's 5 hits on target at this point. If that's a DD, that's taking a big chunk of damage. Um, you know, it's it's something that is just. Hold on, buddy. What are you drawing on? Do you want crackers? Okay, we'll give you crackers. Um, you know, the shorter range on your guns just lets you drive straight away from threats, and it's absolutely amazing to, you know, be able to open fire like you're doing right here, and then just drive away. Or anytime you're near max range, you know, just open fire on a guy that's looking the other way and just drive away and constantly harassing him. Now, what I should have been doing is using AP on him. AP is a much better uh, ammo for uh, Amagis and Ashitakas and all of those. You know, I was just being lazy there, and I could have actually got a lot more damage if I had been running using AP instead. So again, side note with your guns, don't neglect your AP. So this was just a Kagero game. It's a quick one. Pretty much just massacred the enemy team. And part of that, you know, my positioning initially had a hand in it where both torpedoes or both DDs ended up in positions where, you know, my torpedoes kept them from, you know, getting to safety or at the very least, uh, and at the most, you know, that Benson ate, you know, almost 13k worth of damage. So, Kagero, she's still a very good destroyer. I am interested in basically exploring, you know, the future of the Japanese destroyer line to see if there's going to be a return to the old. And when I refer to the old, I'm talking about the old play style. You know, using um, longer range torps that aren't so much targeted at individual ships. They're more targeted at a cluster of enemy ships that are grouping up for AA protection. And kind of interested in seeing what the community thinks about that. With that, I know I'm not talking about any sort of detection buffs or anything like that. Just a straight return to the old range on the torpedoes. Uh, you know, as balance, maybe you could reduce the speed on some of the weapons. I know the old Fubuki torps were 15 kilometers, and but they were slow. There's something like you know, 57, 58 knots, something like that. And you know, I don't know if that's something people are interested in, not, but I do think that it could be a way to help balance the CV situation, because not a lot of things can punish those ships that are grouping up like that. And historically, it used to be Japanese DDs that perform that role, and that might make war games uh, job at balancing CVs a little bit easier if there's some more counterplay against tactics to counter CVs. So let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. I hope you guys are having a good night, and I will talk to you later.